Tonight, controversial comments.
I wish I could get that guy's address. I'll send 50 encampments in his backyard and see how he likes it.
In the spotlight.
He made some personal comments about the judges.
Why lawyers representing Kitchener encampment residents are expressing concern. Also, ion crash in Kitchener.
It's way off track.
Leaves an LRT train derailed.
I think people need to read the signs a bit better because they are signs.
The impact on service and charges laid. And marriage or mortgage.
I think a lot of people are going, hey, there's a moment now that we qualify for what we want or close to what we want. We don't want to miss that moment.
The financial dilemma.
This is an investment in my future, but also our future collectively as a partnership.
Why the cost of saying I do could be standing in the way of home ownership. Good evening. The downtown Kitchener encampment ruling continues to stir up controversy at home and at Queen's Park. Comments made by Premier Doug Ford regarding the judge who made the ruling not sitting well with some of the Ontario legal community. CTV's Jeff Pickle joins us live with more on this. Jeff, this is over public comments Ford made about the judge that they felt crossed a line.
Well, Leanne, elected officials are allowed to disagree and criticize a decision, but according to these lawyers, when Ford said he wished he could get the judge's home address to put in an encampment in his backyard, they say this is just going too far, and they're looking for the Attorney General to respond.
Late last week, the Ontario Superior Court of Justice found a Region of Waterloo bylaw to remove the encampment as unconstitutional, citing among the reasons the Victoria Street property is currently the only place in the region where it is not illegal to put up a tent.
It's the most ridiculous ruling I've ever seen.
Ontario's Premier Doug Ford not happy with the decision.
I have a great deal of respect for our judge of Supreme Court, but he comes out with this cockamamie idea.
The encampment property is to be used as a staging ground for the construction of the nearby transit hub. Among the remarks made by Ford, it was this statement that caught the attention of the legal community.
I wish I could get that guy's address. I'll send 50 encampments in his backyard and see how he likes it. The craziest decision I've ever heard.
According to a group of lawyers involved in the encampment hearing, these statements crossed the line.
The Premier's entitled to his opinion about the merits of the decision. Where I think he crossed the line was in his comments where he made some personal comments about the judges.
The letter addressed to Ontario's Attorney General states, these comments represent a serious attack on the constitutional principle of judicial independence and raise profound concerns regarding judicial security and administration of justice in Ontario. It goes on to say judges must be free to decide cases without fear of intimidation, retaliation, or personal targeting by members of the executive branch. Local lawyer Shannon Downs says independence is foundational for our legal system.
So any actions that threaten that independence, are things that should concern all of us as citizens, either of this province or of this country.
In response, the Office of the Premier issued a statement that reads, as the Premier said, he has immense respect for judges and their independence, but their decisions are not immune from scrutiny or from the impacts they have on people and communities across the province. Ottawa-based lawyer Anne Levesque says Ford's statements go beyond the scrutiny of a decision.
Our judicial system provides mechanisms for people who don't agree with decisions, but to personally attack a judge and to intimidate and to suggest that you'll be sending people to their homes is not just unbecoming of a premier.
She says it's critical the Attorney General makes a stand against these comments.
So anything that can cast doubt on the independence and the qualifications of our judiciary is problematic.
We reached out to the Ministry of the Attorney General of Ontario, but did not hear back by airtime.
And the letter is asking the Attorney General to repudiate what they call targeting of judges and to reaffirm the principles of judicial independence and to keep elected officials away from making any comments that could be perceived as a threat. Leanne?
Okay, Jeff, thank you for that. CTV's Jeff Pickle joining us live with our top story. Legislation passed today that allows the province to create a standard code of conduct for municipal councillors. The law also includes penalties for violating the code, including removal and disqualification from office for serious incidents. Municipalities and advocates have long called for stronger consequences for councillors who break the rules, including workplace harassment. Ontario Municipal Affairs Minister Rob Flack says he hopes to have the new rules in place before the October municipal elections. The Premier was asked today about recent incidents involving coyotes in Markham. He says he's not considering a cull, but he's also had encounters with some of them at his home in Etobicoke.
Yesterday there was a 4-year-old kid bitten in Brampton or in Markham. People in my neighborhood are afraid to go to the park with their kids. They're afraid to take their pets to the place. Is it time that we had a coyote cull before something really tragic happens?
Well, I have them in my backyard. You're worried to walk your dog out there. We have a coyote problem. But you're going to think the cheese slipped off the cracker with me. But one night I'm sitting there and they must have made a kill and they're screeching. I don't know if you've ever heard them. They're screeching. So I went out there and howled like a wolf. They stopped instantly. No, honestly, I got to tape this for you guys. They stopped instantly. So they figured the big wolf's around the corner. But it's an issue because they're just breeding and there's more and more. Every community has these coyotes.
Can you do that coyote howl for us?
No, it's a wolf.
Oh, there you go.
A public safety alert has been issued in Markham following 2 recent coyote bites, including one that injured a 4-year-old child at a park. Police telling residents to be extra cautious in the city's green spaces, especially with their pets and kids. Okay, let's take our first check on the forecast this hour. CTV's Ashley Bacon out at 4 All Ice Cream in Uptown Waterloo. Ash, I am jealous because this is the perfect day to get yourself an ice cream, and you know I love a sweet treat.
Well, whether your taste for hokey pokey, vanilla, chocolate, mint chip, you got all of the options here, Leanne. And, you know, what better way to cool off on a hot spring day than to come in and get some ice cream, maybe a hot cone. But I am joined with Ira, who is a scooperista, which is the coolest job title I've ever heard in my life. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Tell me a little bit about just the energy in this place when the days get warm like it has been today.
Yeah, I think a lot of people come in very happy, very excited to taste some of our ice creams. Obviously, we locally source our ingredients. We have a lot of protein in our ice creams, and they're very, very tasty. They're also made with A2 milk, which is better for you. It is very easy on your stomach. So I think a lot of people enjoy our like funky ice cream flavors. We have wide world. We have hokey pokey. Yeah,
it's pretty great. And there's also, if you don't want to sit inside on this beautiful day, you guys actually have a patio, which we've got lots of people out there right now. Must have been pretty full through the day today.
Yes, it has been. And we occasionally go out and ask them, you know, do you guys want anything else? They do come back in for some drinks, as we do offer them, and some more ice cream. But yeah, we love seeing a full patio.
I got to ask, what's the most popular flavor, would you say?
Ooh, that's a good question. Definitely strawberries and cream. I think hokey pokey, and I might be a little biased because that's my personal favorite, and that's what she has here. And any chocolatey flavors as well is pretty popular.
Well, I was going to ask you what your favorite was, but obviously hokey pokey being it.
Yes, hokey pokey is phenomenal. It's right here, but it's vanilla with sponge toffee.
And for those at home who don't know, very popular in other places like Australia and New Zealand. So cool to see it here in North America.
I didn't know that.
Well, thank you so very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, of course, we've got to find out whether or not it is going to be ice cream weather through the rest of the week. And the good news is, Leanne, it will be. Let's get right to our boards because there's lots to talk about. Taking a look at our radar, you can see not a lot going on in the way of precipitation. Now, we will see a little bit of cloud cover over the next 24 hours, especially through the overnight hours, but essentially sunny conditions are expected to remain through the rest of the week and into the weekend. Right now, can you believe it? We're still sitting at 26 degrees out there, a south by south wind at 24 kilometers an hour. And as we take a closer look at temperatures across southern Ontario, that feels very summer-like to me. 25 in London, Ridgetown, Windsor, 28 in Toronto, 27 for Sarnia, and 22 up in Wyerton. Overall conditions, mid to high 20s for this time of year, and the bonus bonus, not that humidity, not too much humidity out there. We're only saying you're feeling closer to 28 with the humidity right now. So very good day to get out there, enjoy, go for a walk. It's not going to be too killer when it comes to the top of, when you're going out to humidity. And we are going to see conditions be like this for the rest of the week, Leanne. So, well, I'm here in this wonderful shop. I've got some ice cream to eat before the main weather, but I'll check back in with you a little later in the show.
I noticed you hanging on to that ice cream, and I thought, I hope she's going to bring some of that back to the newsroom for me. Ash, enjoy it. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. A hectic commute in downtown Kitchener this morning after an LRT train and pickup truck collided on King Street West, forcing the train off the tracks. There were no injuries, but the driver of the truck is facing charges. As CTV's Heather Centerin tells us, crews are still working to clean it all up.
Onlookers lined King Street, shocked to see an LRT train pushed off the tracks, with a white pickup truck wedged between the train and a pole.
It's way off the track, I think, yeah.
According to the region of Waterloo, the Ion train hit a truck at King and Agnes Streets around 11 a.m., forcing the train off the tracks. Police say no one was hurt.
He's very lucky to be out of there and very lucky to be alive.
The driver of the truck, a 41-year-old man, has been charged with careless driving, leaving some to speculate.
Apparently they were saying that the truck made a turn in front of the train and then collided with the train.
Both police and the region did not specify which direction the train or truck was going at the time of the crash. But this isn't the first crash involving a vehicle, an Ion train. In the summer of 2022, a concrete truck collided with an Ion train, pushing it off the tracks at almost the exact intersection. In that crash, there were no injuries.
I think people need to read the signs a bit better, because there are signs. If you look just over here, you can see a sign that says no left turns, no U-turns at all. And there's been multiple accidents along this stretch.
In this case, service has come to a halt between Waterloo Park Station to Kitchener Market Station, with replacement buses running instead. It is unclear how long the disruption will last, but the region says it is likely to carry on into the evening. Heather Centerin, CTV News, Kitchener.
Elementary students from the Guelph area got the chance to meet some professional football players today. The Toronto Argonauts welcomed hundreds of kids to an open practice at Alumni Stadium, hoping to connect with young fans and continue growing the game. Here's CTV's Colton Weeds.
Woo! Now that's crazy. Yeah! Now, on the count of three, make as much noise as you can. 1, 2, 3.
Toronto Argonauts General Manager Michael Pinball Clemens making these students feel at home. The team welcoming over 400 elementary school students to the University of Guelph.
The first place I went when I got off the plane back in 1989 was Guelph. We practiced here at that time, and so we're used to being here, and they treat us so well, as you can see today. And so this is always how we get our season started, and is a very big part of who we are.
While the Argos are using Alumni Stadium as their home to start this season, students from around Guelph got a chance to see the Argos practice and meet some of the athletes.
We had such a great time today, and Yes. So this is what this is all about.
I'm seeing running routes and the defense. I thought it was really cool.
I got to get 3 signatures on my back. I thought it was also pretty cool. This is my first time up this close of seeing a football pew.
Take a deep breath. When you're stressed, when you're going through things, you have to think about everything before you speak, right?
The day, part of the Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment's Huddle Up program that brings anti-racism, mental health, and bullying education into schools. The team says they look forward to any opportunity to inspire younger fans.
To have kids like this be able to grow up around the CFL game and become fans and see, good football and good players, and that's what it's about. It's building a brand, and we want to see these kids be the future of football.
Can I say who my favorite player was?
Of course.
97.
Why?
Because I just love him. He's just my favorite player.
Number 16, he's so muscular and nonchalant.
As for the preseason, the Argos are 1-0 after defeating Hamilton on Saturday. Chad Kelly is back after spending last season recovering from a broken leg and calls Guelph a special place to be in once again.
Just had a daughter 3 weeks ago, so I've been kind of running back and forth every couple of days just to make sure everything's going well. But yeah, I mean, this is a second home. We obviously love Toronto. It's a special place, but when it's camp time, it's all ball, all day, every day.
Now the Argos will be playing a preseason game on Friday here at Alumni Stadium against the Hamilton Tiger Cats again, and tickets are still on sale. Colton Ween, CTV News, Guelph.
A working age gap population. Still ahead on CTV News. How the labor market is shifting in Midwestern Ontario and the issue it's leaving local businesses to deal with.
I'm Alexandra Hollick. Also tonight, a Bluetooth tracker for bumblebees. How the tiny device is creating a major buzz in research and conservation efforts with the University of Guelph. That story is just ahead.
Download the CTV News app and stay on top of local stories as they unfold.
We go to a dramatic scene unfolding.
Customize your feed and watch live wherever you are. ctvkitchener.ca, your home for news.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, and track it all with the help of your phone. Researchers at the University of Guelph are looking to do just that using a tiny Bluetooth device. Joining us with more on the project is CTV's Alexandra Hollick. Alexandra, what is the buzz on this new technology?
Well, it's used to track the bumblebee's behavior, Leanne, comparing those born and raised in captivity to those found in the wild. And anyone with an iPhone can take part in the project.
She's flying like that. Now she's saying hello to you.
Blink and you just might miss it. A tiny bumblebee wearing an even tinier tracking device.
The project is called Bluetooth for Bees. We are radio tracking bumblebee queens.
The project is run by researchers at the University of Guelph. Trackers were glued onto 50 bumblebees, 30 found in the wild and 20 raised in captivity, to monitor their behavior and flight patterns.
We're hoping to see some patterns of behavior and see if it's different between wild and captive ones.
The tracker is lightweight and doesn't impact the bee's ability to fly. It's powered by a small solar panel and transmits signals using a Bluetooth connection.
The tag worked like an air tag, so only with iPhones, sadly, right now, but eventually maybe with all phones.
Here's where you come in. When you visit the Arboretum, take out your iPhone and turn on your Bluetooth. That's it. The busy bees and the researchers at the University of Guelph will take care of the rest.
We're not using any of your data or privacy, but we basically get another way of collecting data about where these tagged bees are.
I think this first one here is actually a bee in the field behind me, so you can see the detection is like signal strength is lower because she's somewhere in the field flying around.
Graduate student Marianne Goulet is taking the tracker for a test run. She plans to use it for her master's project on monarch butterflies in the fall.
We're going to track them while they migrate and see how they orient, if they can reach Mexico, and yeah, it's going to be cool.
In the meantime, researchers say the work they're doing now will hopefully help conservation efforts in the future.
We really need to understand why they're declining and do things the best we can to support them. And this work, understanding how bees move and how much they move between generations, is really important to understand how population demography works for these bees.
Those who want to chip in and help out with the project can visit the Guelph Arboretum anytime between now and July. After that, Leanne, researchers say the tagged queens will burrow underground to build their colonies, so you better make a beeline for it.
That is for sure. What a cool project. Okay, Alexandra, thanks so much. New job numbers for Central Ontario show people leaving the workforce faster than they can be replaced. As CTV's Scott Miller tells us, in Huron County, it could mean labor shortages sooner than later.
The challenges we are facing today are bigger than any one company.
That's Nathan DeBoer, co-owner of Safilco Limited in Huron County. He was talking to a recent job forum in Exeter. Like almost every other company in Midwestern Ontario, Safilco needs employees, but that is hard to come by in Huron County.
Huron County is one of the second oldest counties in the entire province.
Huron County has people leaving the workforce faster than they can be replaced. In April alone, 400 people aged 15 plus joined the potential labor force in an area stretching from Tobermory to Stratford. Problem is, 2,700 more people left the region's workforce, either through retirement or by moving elsewhere.
I'm 70, and you know, I'm on my way out. So currently I'm training a new apprentice.
But there's just not enough apprentices to replace retirees in the region, leaving over 1,500 jobs unfilled across Midwestern Ontario, along with the lowest unemployment rate in Ontario for 4 months straight.
Being in a rural community as we are, transportation's an issue, housing's an issue, right? When let's say you're going to a local job fair in London and they say, oh, I'll take an Uber. Well, we're in Dashwood, right? So it's not an option.
While there are incremental improvements in transportation, the vastness of Huron, Perth, Bruce, and Grey counties does not lend itself to easy mobility. Outside of shoreline communities building homes for retirees or higher-paying Bruce Power workers, more affordable housing or rental options are really tough to come by.
Members of the manufacturing community voiced their opinions at various roundtables 30 years ago. Infrastructure, housing, and boots in the ground. And that has not changed.
But the talking continues at events like the South Huron Rural Workforce and Innovation Forum in Exeter because, as Nathan DeBoer told his fellow Huron County employers, the worker shortage is much larger than just one company. Collaboration amongst competitors is the only way to survive.
We need everybody to work together, and collaboration is very key in this.
In Midwestern Ontario, Scott Miller, CTV News.
Live look outside this hour. What a perfect Tuesday evening in the month of May here in Waterloo region, currently sitting at 26 degrees as we approach the 6:30 mark. We will check back in with Ashley in Uptown Waterloo with your full forecast coming up after the break. Also ahead, insider threat and corruption, the investigation exposing troubling gaps in airport security, and the issue being brought forward to the House of Commons. And later, marriage or mortgage. CTV's Spencer Turcotte finds out why the cost of saying I do could be standing in the way of home ownership. Let's check back in with Ashley, who is in Uptown Waterloo with your weather forecast this evening. Enjoying the sunshine and heat, Ash, from ice cream to a patio party. It looks like you found another great location.
You got it, Leanne. We're at Soleil today, and it is a perfect night to come out, maybe have a beverage, maybe an Aperol Spritz, and enjoy this weather because it is stunning. We are joined by Cindy Fawcett, who is with the Charcoal Group. Cindy, thanks for having us here at Soleil.
Yeah, thanks for coming by Soleil today.
Now let's talk about the patio season. Obviously, it's been underway for a few weeks, but this is the best stretch of weather we've had so far this year. How has it been so far for you guys?
It's been great. Lots of excitement. We've had, with the awning out here, we do get a little bit of an early season push, which has been great for us, but certainly many of our guests have just been watching the weather and hoping for a great stretch of weather like we have this week coming. So lots of excitement out here.
Now, the nice thing about Soleil is you kind of get thrown into Europe on your patio here. Tell us a little bit about what you guys offer here.
Yeah, so this is the Soleil patio is a bit of a European oasis, a little getaway in the city, perfect place to enjoy a nice glass of French wine and a perfect Niçoise salad. So I think that is the appeal of this restaurant, is that it really does feel like you have a little vacation away for the afternoon.
Do you notice your guests, when it is so nice out, kind of come in with a little pep in their step this time of year?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's big smiles coming in the front door. Some of them don't even make it to the front door. They're just coming off the gate here. So we're just happy to have everyone out here and big smiles on their faces, enjoying some nice ice cold drinks.
Well, there you go. Patio at Soleil. Come and check it out. Thank you for having us, Cindy.
Thanks for coming by.
Now, of course, I know our folks at home want to know if it's going to be patio weather all week. So let's get right into our future cast. We've got lots to talk about. out. There is some cloud cover going to come into play overnight, but we aren't looking at any precipitation for at least the next few days. It is going to be sunny and clear for your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. As we take a look at what's happening right now, 26 degrees still out there in Kitchener-Waterloo, but check out the temperatures across southwestern Ontario. Mid to high 20s are still in effect. 25 for Windsor, 27 in Sarnia, 26 out in Mount Forest. Now, the nice thing is not a lot of humidity in the air, only feeling closer to 28 in here in Waterloo region. So not only is it warm out there, it's a dry heat and it doesn't feel sticky out here. It's very comfortable to get out, maybe go for a walk, or as we said earlier, hit up a patio or an ice cream bar overnight. Temperatures not dipping too low, a very comfortable 12 degrees. Open up your windows, get a light breeze, a southwesterly breeze, 20 kilometers an hour is expected. Now tomorrow, going to look very similar to today. 26 degrees is the expected high. We will have a very high UV index rating for tomorrow of 8. So if you are spending some time outdoors, maybe pack a hat and some sunscreen just to be safe. A northwest wind is also expected at around 20 kilometers an hour. Now, just as a reminder for our folks at home, normal for this time of year is 21 degrees as a daytime high, 9 as an overnight low. So we are sitting above seasonal right now, but not close to that record, which was set back in 2020 at 31.8. But take a look at this, Leanne. Waterloo region, 7-day forecast. It's going to be a stunner. 21 degrees expected for Thursday and Friday. Sunny conditions. Overnight lows very comfortable to sleep in. Saturday and Sunday, a mix of sun and cloud, 19 degrees, overnight low of 7. And then into your work week. Next week, continuing these beautiful conditions. Not a raindrop in sight. We're also going to see similar conditions in Lambton, Kent, Essex, around Windsor. Mainly sunny for your Wednesday, high of 27, 22 and sunny for Thursday. And then check out your weekend, 22 and sunny with a mix of sun and cloud on Sunday. Overall, things shaping up to be very summer-like. And lastly, in southern Georgian Bay, sunny conditions and 21 for your Wednesday, 19 on your Thursday, 20 for Friday, just 18 for Saturday. But don't fret, the sun will be out and continue to be out through your Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So conditions continuing to look bright and beautiful, at least for the next 7 days. Leanne.
Well, Ash, it is pretty perfect,
It is going to.
and patio season is certainly upon us with that forecast in sight. Gotta say, Soleil, that is a great patio here in Waterloo region. Like you said, transporting us to Italy or somewhere like that in Europe. Ash, thanks so much. We'll check back in a little bit later on. The findings of a recent W5 investigation came up in the House of Commons today. Revelations of security gaps at Canada's major airports, allowing illegal drugs to flow into the country. CTV's Graham Richardson reports.
It is a chilling, organized scheme uncovered by CTV's W5.
They opened up the bag. It was stuffed full of drugs.
Tags switched on checked bags, unwitting Canadians' luggage tags used to carry drugs in different bags, smuggled into the airport by corrupt employees.
You're all being detained for transporting narcotics.
The W5 investigation raised in the House of Commons Monday by the opposition.
I walk out through the terminal doors, nobody checks you. That's from a W5 investigation exposing organized crime using travelers' baggage to traffic drugs through Pearson Airport. Given the Transport Minister's silence on this brazen security failure, if the Liberals won't be taking this seriously now, why would Canadians believe they ever will with our security?
At least 6 arrests related to luggage tag swapping have been made by the RCMP. We continue to invest in law enforcement, Mr. Speaker.
This story has gone viral nationally and internationally, not only because of how many cases W5 uncovered, 17, but also because of the simple questions it raised. As passengers take off their shoes and belts and hand over water bottles at security, why aren't employees scrutinized?
We joke you could walk out carrying a cruise missile, end quote.
And it's not just Canada. These women from Brazil detained in Germany for over a month. Their bags were switched and caught on camera. They were blamed for carrying drugs. This video eventually freed them.
One of the most challenging parts about this is how vulnerable passengers are when they check their bags. Because of this investigation, many of them will now look much more closely when they arrive. Graham Richardson, CTV News, Ottawa.
And still ahead on CTV News, the battle for the Memorial Cup. Highlights from the Rangers roll over the Western Hockey League champs. Plus, what's next for Kitchener at the tournament?
A Day is back on 105.3 Virgin Radio. Listen to Jeff KP and Backstage Ben for your chance to win $5,000 every weekday. 5K a day. Virgin Radio.
Dozens of elderly people in this province say they've been forced to pay big bucks for shoddy renovations, all thanks to a financial instrument that was supposed to have been eliminated years ago. As CTV's John Woodward reports, the NDP is proposing a fix.
This is the kitchen they done.
Stephen and Catherine Johnson say they were promised renovations by contractors going door to door.
They were supposed to put all this in. That was here when we bought the house.
The retired 67 and 72-year-olds say they never got their new bathtub. The appliances weren't the ones they ordered. And as for their kitchen flooring,
got that big crack in there.
It was just laid down on top of their old linoleum that they can see through a crack. They say it was 3 days' work. The total cost for all of this over $100,000.
I wouldn't even give them a nickel for that stuff.
The Johnsons didn't want to pay, but the financing company Alternative Financial Group put what's called a lodgement on their home. That means they can't sell their house unless they pay up with interest.
Makes us feel rotten.
They're not the only people whose deals are enforced through lodgements. The Advocacy Centre for the Elderly, or ACE, has been keeping track of dozens of cases, some where the work done is as much as $40,000, even though the item can be bought for only a few $100s. Court documents allege the contractors often come back for more. In one case, multiple $40,000 charges in a row.
We don't know the total number of people impacted, but we would expect it's in the hundreds, if not thousands.
ACE alleges the person behind Alternative Financial Group is someone you've seen before, Anas Ayoub, who posted videos to social media of himself living the high life. His lawyer answered our questions by saying no comment. Ayoub was among those charged criminally in 2024 in what the OPP called a door-to-door sales fraud, using a similar financial instrument called a nosy. Ontario's government wiped all of those nosies off the books 2 years ago. New lodgements were banned, but older ones are still enforceable.
All of the lodgements that we've seen that were registered by this company, that were registered just before the deadline hit, that the land titles office had said you can't register after this date.
Thousands of these lodgements still are out there.
The NDP's Tom Rakocevic says those lodgements need to go too.
We in the NDP are going to be tabling a bill very soon to delete and expire all lodgements from the land registry here in Ontario.
The Johnsons hope that can happen soon. They don't want to have to pay anyone for work like this. John Woodward, CTV News.
More Canadians are trading dream weddings for dream homes. With high housing costs, a new survey finds many couples are scaling back big celebrations or even asking wedding guests for down payment money instead of traditional gifts. CTV's Spencer Turcott explains.
Forget the ice sculptures, extravagant venues, and over-the-top wedding extras. A new Royal LePage survey suggests a majority of Canadian couples are willing to skip an expensive wedding celebration to afford the keys to a home. The survey found 82% of respondents would forego or significantly scale back a wedding to put money toward a down payment, while 79% of respondents say they would consider requesting money for a down payment on a home instead of a traditional wedding gift. Jasmine Likas and her partner from Kitchener put their wedding plans on the back burner altogether.
This was an opportunity that I had where I could purchase a house, and it's like, this may delay if we want to have a wedding at some point, but this is a chance to still live together in town and really build a life together.
An average wedding can cost tens of thousands of dollars, money some couples say could be better spent on entering a competitive housing market, but one that has been more favorable for buyers lately.
So I think a lot of people are going, hey, there's a moment now
that we qualify for what we want or close to what we want. We don't want to miss that moment.
Experts say young buyers are increasingly treating condos and starter homes as stepping stones, focusing less on lavish celebrations and more on building long-term equity.
In 2023, the Canadian government put in the first home savings account, which is actually a really, really great account where you get the tax deduction when you put the money in. It grows tax-free.
And while homes in much of the country have become more attainable, wedding prices have not dipped. So this sort of purchase can signify a couple's commitment to each other in a different way.
This is an investment in my future, but also our future collectively as a partnership. And so it made sense for both of us.
Because these days, walking down the aisle has just as much value as walking through the front door of a first home. Spencer Turcott, CTV News, Kitchener.
Another big game tonight for the Kitchener Rangers. They wrap up the round robin tonight, taking on the QMJHL champions. And a win for the Blue Shirts will send them to the Memorial Cup final on Sunday. CTV's Krista Simpson is here in studio tonight with a preview. And Krista, the Rangers, of course, coming off a huge win yesterday against the Everett Silvertips.
A very exciting game last night, Leanne, and a pretty tight game up until midway through the second period. Then Kitchener blew it open.
Reed down the left side, and he scores!
The Rangers were first on the board Monday night, soon up by 2 thanks to Jack Pridham. The Silvertips tied it up, but by the second half of the second period, it was all Kitchener with 3 goals in less than 5 minutes.
And it'll be brought in by Reed. Back to Humphreys, and he scores! To Ellis. Rangers looking for more, and they get it! Relentless pressure from the Rangers.
Cameron Arquette added 1 more in the third period to make the final score 6-2. With 5 different players finding the back of the net, the win seen as a true team effort.
When we get our feet moving and stride and we're all connected, making the triangles all over the ice, we're able to make good plays. And yeah, I thought we got going as the game went on.
And in spite of 2 decisive wins in the round robin so far, the Rangers are not resting on their laurels.
We focus on the next game, and we have to be a little bit better again.
They'll take on the QMJHL champion Chicoutimi-Saguenay in the final game of their round robin Tuesday evening.
When you look at this Kitchener team, how do you size them up? What do you think they're bringing tonight?
A lot of speed, a lot of skill, and then, you know, for us, we're just going to try and counter that with our physicality, our structure, just what we've been doing all year, and it's going to be good.
Chicoutimi comes in with a 1-1 record. The Rangers remain the only undefeated team in the tournament. They're guaranteed at least a place in the semifinal, but a win sends the Rangers straight to the Memorial Cup championship game on Sunday.
I think it's just the same hockey game we've been playing all year. You know, stakes are a little different, but you know, nothing changes for our group.
They're a hard-working team, and what I like about this team, when the games usually get harder, we just keep playing better.
So needless to say, it will be an exciting one tonight, Leanne. The Rangers' destiny is in their hands. Game time is at 9 p.m. You can watch the full game on TSN, and we will have the highlights on CTV News at 11:30 as well.
Yeah, this whole 9 p.m. start time has really been throwing me for a loop. I feel like I have to stay up way later than I'm used to catch the whole game.
I'll be up anyway.
You'll be up, you'll be here, you'll have all the highlights. We look forward to it. I got to say, Krista, too, we somehow wore our Rangers colors as well. Didn't even plan it. So.
What a coincidence.
Hey, go Rangers. Thanks
go
so
Rangers.
much. A love of nature, still ahead on CTV News. How a Guelph girl became a quarterfinalist in an international wildlife competition and her goal to become the next junior ranger. Details coming up.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
A young girl from Guelph has advanced to the semifinals of an international wildlife competition. From tens of thousands of competitors, Elizabeth Clay is now in the top 150 who could get the title of official junior ranger. CTV's Karis Mapp has more on her journey and the confidence she's gained throughout this process.
The reaction was like, what?
7-year-old Elizabeth Clay is still in shock that she's a semi-finalist of the North American Junior Ranger competition. Starting with over 76,000 competitors aged 4 to 12, Elizabeth's community has voted her into the penultimate round of only 144 kids.
She loves nature, she loves animals, she loves being outside. We are outside a lot. We live close to a nice space. We have a lot of outdoor adventures ourselves.
Throughout the months-long process, Elizabeth has continued to learn about the wildlife around her.
My favorite part is like doing the activities that they do.
They task them to do these little challenges like build a fort or go on a nature walk and go find this, or here's a little bit about frogs, go do some research and do this.
Embodying junior ranger characteristics while getting comfortable in her own skin.
Sometimes she struggles with some confidence issues at school and just in other things. So when she's outside and doing those kind of things that she loves, she's just a whole different kid. She's like always her happiest and most confident.
An extremely rewarding experience given the fact that Elizabeth was born 11 weeks premature with health complications.
It's amazing to see this tiny little, baby becoming so much more confident. She's done a lot of impressive physical things on our travels. In March, we went to Guatemala and we did Acatenango volcano, which is basically 6 hours of straight up, ending at about 14,000 feet elevation. And we slept up there and then down the next day.
The competition winner will receive a $20,000 cash prize, a feature in Ranger Rick magazine, and a 3-day adventure with wildlife expert Jeff Corwin.
I want to go on this 3-day adventure and help the animals.
Voting for the semifinals wraps up Thursday night with only the top child in each group moving on to the finals. Karis Mapp, CTV News, Guelph.
Already such an impressive feat, but of course we are all wishing Elizabeth the best of luck at the competition. Okay, we have more news coming up. First, let's check in with Ashley, who is in Uptown Waterloo tonight.
That's right, Leanne. We have made a little walk to Waterloo Park because you know what? The nice thing about Uptown is everything is walking distance. It's a beautiful night to get out and enjoy this weather. What will tomorrow morning be like? I'll have all of those details just after this break. Stay with us.
Start your night off with E-Talk, followed by The Big Bang Theory. Then get your lightsabers ready. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, comes up at 8.
Tonight, a prominent Liberal MP is calling it quits.
I'm a good friend of Stephen. I've worked a lot to bring him in politics.
What's fueling Stephen Guilbeault's decision to depart the federal government? Later on CTV National News and watch on Crave.
Bounce 99.5 has the music you just can't quit. Home of Bounce Mornings with Angie Hill and Sarge. KW's Bounce 99.5. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app.
Okay, let's check back in with Krista for a look at what our team is watching as we head into the evening. Krista.
Well, Leanne, as we talked about earlier, all eyes on the Kitchener Rangers tonight. Their destiny is in their hands. A win, and they'll be in the Memorial Cup Championship game that goes on Sunday. Even with a loss, though, they would be at least guaranteed a spot in the semifinals. But of course, they would like to skip all that and go straight to Sunday's game. So we'll be following what happens tonight, have all the details at 11:30. Leanne.
Okay, awesome, Krista. Sounds great. We'll look forward to that. And for now, we will turn our attention to one last check on the forecast with Ashley Bacon live in Uptown Waterloo. Ash, I have seen you go from Beertown to Forall to Soleil, now to Waterloo Park. You have been on the move, girl.
This is a perfect night to go for a walk, whether it's here at Waterloo Park or just around Uptown or around your local area. It is perfect outside, still sitting at 26 degrees, but the nice thing is there is a light breeze and very little humidity. So not only is it warm, it's very comfortable out here right now. So definitely get out there and enjoy your exercise. And like Leanne just said, we've really done a little tour. I might have to go back to a couple of these stops on my way back to the studio because, you know, some some of those ice cream flavors looked really, really, really good yesterday. But of course, or yesterday earlier, but of course, it is still going to be a beautiful day tomorrow, almost a dual of today. Let's take a look at our wake up weather board quickly, and we'll have a look at what we are looking at. So 6 a.m. we are going to be already feeling 15 degrees, mainly sunny conditions to start off the day and throughout the day. 16 by 8, and then look at that jump, Leanne. By 10 a.m. we're expected to already be at 21 degrees. Not a bad way to spend a May day, but if you're like me and wake up early, you know, it's a perfect time to get out and enjoy it if you're not a big fan of the sun. But I can't stress enough, with that high sun, there will be a very high UV index also tomorrow of around 8. That means your skin exposure to the sun could be a little bit iffy. So make sure you wear a hat, lots of sunscreen, get out and enjoy it. And the great news is we're looking at dry conditions, not just for tomorrow, but for the rest of the week. So if you can't make it out tonight, Leanne, maybe you're inside watching the Rangers. I get that. But you definitely have the opportunity to get out, whether it's here in Waterloo or around your neighborhood, to enjoy this incredible gift Mother Nature is giving us this week.
Well, Ash, we have been waiting for it. I know you and I have been talking about it for quite some time through spring now. We've been wishing for this sunshine, so happy to see it here, and thanks for taking us through the neighborhood of Uptown Waterloo tonight. And finally for us, the Dutch girl who smiles from the almost home sign along Highway 401 recently got a facelift. A recent storm damaged part of the iconic Schneider's Dutch girl sign near Puslinch, knocking out sections of the top corner and part of the mascot's face. Maple Leaf Foods says repairs have been completed. The landmark has stood over Wellington County since 1961. And has become a nostalgic symbol for generations of drivers heading home through the region. Maple Leaf Foods says the beloved road sign icon is not going anywhere, with the signature mascot overlooking the highway once again back in tip-top shape. All right, we will leave it there. Enjoy all that sunshine out there. A little jealous of Ashley's assignment tonight. Take care. We'll see you back here tonight at 11:30.